And a very good day, everyone, from east to west. Today, a full review on Australia's education system, understanding the full extent of its decline as students brace for another year of schoolwork. A look at the fall of attainment rates and teaching quality across the nation, and looking at some of the key drivers of this change as we wrap up and observe what some groups in society are doing to resolve the situation. As students return to school for another year of education, experts have reiterated their concerns regarding the fall of attainment rates within the education system, urging parents to put more emphasis and value on education, as recent data reveals a growing number of students being left behind. The latest NAPLAN results reveal a consistent decline in standards over the past 2 decades, with 1/3 of students unable to meet the minimum benchmark set out by the National Assessor. In a statement released by Nick Parkinson, close to 450,000 students from across the nation, whose test results suggest that they're not on track in skills that are crucial for the well-being of their future. Experts warn that the failure in education can be a problem that will follow children for the rest of their lives, as students struggle to develop life skills and apply knowledge in real-world situations. 1 in 5 students who do not meet the minimum standards in Year 3 are unlikely to go on to achieve a proficient level, a statement made, at least part of a statement made by CIS Director Glenn Fahey. In 2003, Australia's PISA results rankings were comfortably in the top 10 for most of the time, with reading at 4th, mathematics at 11th and science at 8th in 2006 respectively. Up until 2018, Australia has seen a consistent decline in standards, while other countries have become more innovative. This collapse of standards observed by both national and international assessors has set targets on parents, governments, teachers and the system as a whole, with the debate being who or what is most responsible. Dr. Fiona Stanley of the Kids Research Institute of Australia argues the crucial role that parents and families play in the development of children as they progress through school and society, highlighting socioeconomic factors and a lack of home learning environments negatively impacting students. However, Dr. Stanley doesn't state if schools should compensate for socioeconomic disadvantage. Kevin Donnelly, also a voice in the education debate, argues that the system over-relies on progressive policies with poor discipline and declining family support driving the fall in standards. But he has not explored if broad social changes are also to blame. The advent of social media, AI and the uncertainty of the future labour market has led to a drop in engagement and interest in attaining higher education from students, as voiced by Dr. Michael Cargregg and Professor Guy Claxton respectively. However, the slow adaptation from the state education departments involving technology and learning, and belief that education is merely a tool to prepare students broadly and not for specific jobs has been a favoured position by Professor John Haiti. Meanwhile, targets set on government policy groups such as the Gronsky Institute argue the underfunding of public schools, overemphasis on standardised testing and policy instability are to blame. The Business Council of Australia highly doubts that, believing standardised testing is essential for measuring workforce readiness, while advocating for education reforms that link to economic productivity. Teachers have also become a group under scrutiny by experts such as Jennifer Buckingham, with slippages in standards and a lack of subject knowledge being argued by Miss Buckingham. The Australian Education Union opposes, highlighting teaching shortages, work overloads and poorer working conditions are a greater factor. Their observations and connections with other education unions, such as in Tasmania, have observed classroom amalgamations in regional and rural schools due to the lack of available teachers in the state, while also highlighting now resolved pay disparities with the state's largest independent school operator, CET. As for the education system, loud and frustrated criticisms was directed to the State Award and Qualifications Authority last year, as a variety of exam mistakes, communication breakdowns and problems with internal processes led to shaky tensions between the government and the public. The public accused exam setters and assessors of utilising AI in their workflow, while some targeted the poor communication by exam staff to fix errors on the day. Government authorities such as TASC and VCAA denounced the claims, assuring the public that no AI was used but acknowledged failures at specific points. In more recent events, systematic reforms have taken place over the last year, with New South Wales, Victoria and Tasmania adopting a new teaching style, which is known as explicit teaching. While the Albanese government has taken measures through its imposition of new public school funding conditions, the federal opposition argues it's not moving fast enough to mandate the new style in all classrooms uniformly. The concept of funding and distribution of said funding between public and private schools has become another contentious issue. One student who responded to our national broadcaster about this stated, "The decline in public education as private schools hoard funding is concerning. Students are struggling and performance is declining." It's been argued that the cutting of private school funding could be more equitable, save costs and build on accountability. The Christian and independent schools say otherwise, stating the cutting of funding would reduce choice for parents, reduce the diversity of offerings, and increase demand for public education, which they believe cannot be met with available government schools. Well, that wraps up the key points brought forward by the various groups today, and now with that it's time to sign off. This has been Heath Clark bringing you the news from east to west. Until next time, leaving you with a few final words from us. If you like what you saw today, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you can keep in the loop with all the latest news stories from Australia and around the world. We're also thrilled to bring you our 5th edition of the Snapshots newspaper, packed with the latest global and Aussie headlines. Best of all, it's absolutely free, so you can follow our link down below and get your copy right now. And before we go, a special thanks to our loyal supporters and our hard-working team who've made today's video possible. Your continued support means the world to us, and if you